Before we get into this video, I just want to say I will be giving away a titanium white dingo, a titanium white fennec, and a titanium white octane to some lucky winners when I hit 100,000 subscribers here on this channel. So make sure if you know around here, you subscribe. Yo, what's going on guys, Dylbobz here, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Now in this video, I'm actually super excited to be making this one. I want to share to you guys some insane ideas that I've come up with. Honestly, I come up with a lot of ideas of things that could be added to Rocket League when I'm just thinking of video ideas, and I am actually pretty proud of these ideas. And if they could ever be added to Rocket League, I genuinely think the entire community would love this. So stay tuned, because you are actually going to want to hear these ones. And obviously, we'll get into that right after we hear from our sponsor at RL Exchange. It's sponsored intro time. Head over to RL Exchange, where you can buy all your favorite Rocket League items. I mean, look how crisp that looks. And you can do this on a bunch of different consoles. You can use a bunch of different payment methods, and your items will be in your inventory super fast. It's super simple, and you can use code Dylbobz at checkout for 3% off. Now let's get on to this video. So as you can see on my screen, I'm showing, I've got some favorited goal explosions, because what I'm about to talk about is all of these, and I want to share to you guys an idea of special edition goal explosions. Now, the only special edition items in Rocket League at the moment are wheels, and special edition wheels come in all shapes and sizes. Basically, we have some that turn the wheel inverted, we have some that make the wheel holographic. We have loads of special edition wheels, and it's a really cool idea that Rocket League brought in to spice up some, normal looking items. Well, why is it that we have to stick to wheels with special edition variants? Why can't we apply the special edition variant to other amazing items that we know and love in Rocket League? So, what is my idea for special edition goal explosions, you might be asking? Well, let me talk you through some of my favorite, and you can tell me in the comments if you think this is an idea good enough for Psyonix and Epic Games to put in the game. Because seriously, if they hear this and somehow put it in, I will be so thankful, and I think you guys will too. So I have some notes here of loads of ideas that I've come up with, and you guys are probably going to come up with ideas just as good. But seriously, I hold my hands up. I think these are pretty awesome ideas. So let's start off with Electroshock. Now, Electroshock, you've been staring at it for a while in the background. It's this electricity goal explosion. This is one of the first goal explosions that ever came out in Rocket League. It's very OG, and it would be awesome if the game could spice it up a little bit. So the way Electroshock works is, it's just a normal kind of goal explosion in the middle, and electricity zaps out, and that's the end of it. What about if, from drops, you can now get yourself a special edition Electroshock? Now, the visuals won't really change too much, however, the goal explosion would become reactive, because reactive items are some of the coolest items. So instead of Electroshock just zapping around, what will happen with special edition Electroshock is, all nearby players, or even all players on the pitch, will get zapped by the electricity. So instead of the electricity just zapping around, there'll be some beams of lightning that seek out cars nearby and zap them, and then, I don't know, they explode like the DeLorean does when it gets blown up. They get zapped out of existence. How much cooler would that be? All nearby cars just got zzz. Is that a good lightning sound effect? I think it is. And they just get zapped away. That would make this goal explosion just that little bit cooler. It's a special edition variant, and I think people will be so much more excited to use it in game. So if you got a special edition Electroshock, you'd be way more hyped than just getting a normal one, because it actually has an effect on players. Now, if you like that idea, you're gonna like the rest of them. Let me talk you through them. So now we have HELLFIRE. Let me show you on screen. If you didn't know, HELLFIRE is this lovely goal explosion. It's a skull that just rises out of the goal, and it's a fiery abyss. It's awesome. Well, what could special edition HELLFIRE do? Well, there's a couple of ideas here, but the main idea is that the special edition version of HELLFIRE would set nearby players on fire. Now, how cool would it be if you're in the goal when this goes off, and then you get shot out, and your car is on fire? I mean, I'm sure it's not too hard to animate with the amazing team that Epic Games and Psyonix have. Having cars on fire flying across the pitch like a meteor or something, that would be so cool. But also, you could change the visuals up a bit, because obviously HELLFIRE doesn't really go out that far. So maybe instead of the skull just going up, the skull could fly forward a little bit to give it more of an area to set people's cars on fire. So if you are nearby, your car just flies out and it's burning up. I think that would look so cool to, you're just on the pitch, you see a goal scored over there, and then you just see a flying, flaming car fly past you. That would be awesome. Now, this next one, I think, is going to possibly be your guys' favorites. It's Special Edition Dueling Dragons. Now, some of you might be able to guess where this is going, and if you do guess this, then congrats, because my idea for Special Edition Dueling Dragons would be this. You know how at the moment, 2 dragons just come out, and you know, they just fly out. They just fly out of the goal. That's all they do, and they do the same path each time. How about in the Special Edition variant, instead of just flying in a crisscross pattern, they fly out to the nearest players and eat them? I mean, come on. How have they not thought of this already? That would be the coolest thing ever. So obviously, they might have to be a little faster than they are, I don't know. But they just zoom out of the goal and eat the nearest player they can. Or maybe even one step up. You know how there's only 2 dragons at the moment? Which makes sense because they are called dueling dragons. But let's say you're in a 3v3 game mode. Instead of 2 dragons coming out, 3 dragons come out and eat all 3 of the opponents. So what it could be is, however many opponents you have on the pitch when you score, that many dragons come out and that many dragons go and eat the other opponents. That would be so cool. I think that would upgrade Dueling Dragons from its insanity already. I mean, it's literally one of the best goal explosions that people would pay for. And imagine a special edition variant. Oh my, I wish I could get like pay an animator to animate this for me. I don't know how I could even do that, but this video would be even cooler if I could show you what this looks like. But hopefully you guys can picture what I'm picturing, because it feels really, really sick. Then we have Sub-Zero. Now, Sub-Zero is a very nice goal explosion. I personally like this. And you can probably guess where I'm going with this one. But the Special Edition Sub-Zero, you guessed it, will freeze cars on the pitch. Maybe all cars or maybe nearby cars, it will freeze them. Maybe put them in a block of ice, or your car just turns a blue, shivery, icy colour with a bit of snow on top or something, and whatever direction you were moving, you just slide across the floor, rather than, you know, just stopping still or anything. Like, your inputs don't really do anything, or maybe it just makes your car really slippery, and you sort of just slide around with your frozen car. Wouldn't that just make scoring goals just more fun? Even if it's the opponent scoring goals, I'd be having fun in my icy, slippery car just drifting around for a couple seconds after the goal was scored. Don't you think that's a good idea, guys? I think it's a good idea. Then we have quite a new goal explosion called Carbonator, and this is the one with all the bubbles. Now, there's 2 ideas I have here, but for the special edition variant, what could happen is, first of all, the bubbles could be popped by cars. Now, this isn't a huge change, so maybe this wouldn't be enough to make a special edition variant, but you get what I mean. Like, if you drive through the bubbles, they all pop and make a pop sound. However, you could also go another step, and you can make it so all cars nearby, if they collide with a bubble, they get sucked into the bubble and they float up with the bubbles. Like on Super Mario Bros, when, you know, one of you dies and he comes floating back in the bubble, like Mario or Luigi comes flying back in the bubble, like that, but your car gets trapped inside the bubble and then just floats up with the bubble. How cool would that be? Seeing like 3 Rocket League cars stuck inside this goal explosion floating up. I would love that. They just need to add this. It'll be so cool. Then we have fireworks. Now, I think for this one, it would be really cool to, you know, make it quite lively and quite fun. So fireworks are obviously a kind of celebration. So how about every car on the pitch, when the fireworks goal explosion goes off, their boost gets turned into sparkler boost. So they're, you know, celebrating with the sparklers on the back. So no matter what boost you had, during the goal explosion, you get the sparkler boost, and you all get given party hat toppers instead of, you know, no topper or whatever topper you've got on. It gets replaced with a little party hat. So for that last little bit, you're all zipping around, celebrating whatever the fireworks are there for. I think that would just be so funny, having that happen, rather than, you know, just nothing happening. Then for party time, we got a similar theme. We could do the exact same thing for party time here, or all cars on the pitch could get, like, their own balloon that gets tied to the top of them, and they slowly float up as well. I think that would be quite cool, you know, like, it just comes out of nowhere and sort of pings up, and then they all slowly fly up. And you could still boost around, but you'd have, like, low gravity from the balloon slowly flying up. I think that would be a really, really awesome and funny change. I think most of these just put a smile on people's faces, and I think it will make the goal explosions worth a lot more. Like, imagine seeing a normal party time. Yeah, cool. Imagine in-game, you get a special edition party time, and everybody just gets their own balloon when the goal's scored, and they all just fly about and have fun. It's awesome. It makes so much sense. Rocket League need to add these. Then we have Shattered. Now, Shattered was a bit of a different one, but with this one, my idea was, you see how the goal explosion sort of breaks up these flakes and then like pings them out? It's a very weird one, but what I think could happen is any cars nearby could get broken up just like this one. So you know in Avengers when Thanos snaps and they all dissolve? Like that, your car flakes away out of existence and then gets puffed out. I think that would be quite cool. It would look really, really cool, actually. The graphics of that would be insane. But yeah, I think that would be cool. All nearby cars just flake away like Thanos snaps. Then we have Popcorn. Now, I really like this one. I think it will be very fun because Popcorn itself is a very, it's a very fun, wacky sort of goal explosion. But how about all nearby cars just get turned to corn? They all just get turned into a piece of popcorn, and they become super bouncy, and they just bounce around the pitch, fully out of control. Wouldn't that be awesome? Just a massive piece of popcorn bouncing around. Yeah, I think that's a perfect idea. You guys cannot disagree with me here. And then finally, I've got an idea. Agitator. I think you can probably guess it. How about the goal explosion? All these tentacles seek out and grab nearby cars, or, any cars they can find. The tentacles just zoom out, wrap around your car, and pull your car in. How freaking awesome would that be? And there you go, guys. That is a small selection of some of the best ideas I have for special edition goal explosions. Now, I know this video could have been a million times better if somehow I could have got someone to animate it and model it and show it off. But seriously, that is a crazy amount of work for someone. I don't even know how possible that would be. I'd have to speak to someone who works for Rocket League and get them to freaking implement it, because it is so cool. I honestly hope somehow in some alternate universe this gets added to Rocket League, and preferably our universe, because that would be awesome. But please let me know down in the comments below if you guys like my ideas, because I seriously believe in the fact that these are amazing ideas. So it would mean a lot if you guys comment and let me know your thoughts, because obviously this video is seriously just you guys listening to my ideas. And I personally really like making these kind of videos because I like sharing my ideas about Rocket League and then hearing your guys' feedback and hearing your guys' ideas, because most of the time you guys have better ideas. I don't know if you'll be able to beat this idea though. But yeah, seriously, I hope you guys enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them as well. But yeah, I don't need to ramble on much longer. Hopefully all my points came across perfectly, and hopefully in your guys' head you can visualize exactly what I was saying. But I will see you guys in the next one. We're so close to 100k, and all these videos recently have been really, really fun to make. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.